Welcome everyone to the RTV studios here at Martinsville High School for Inside Martinsville Football. I'm your host Eric Meyer, joined as always by Artesian head coach Brian Diggar. Another happy week for Coach Diggar. Big win for you guys on the road over the Whiteland Warriors.
Oh yeah, it's anytime you beat Whiteland, Coach Fisher, that's a big deal. We stressed it, kind of trying to make a statement win and kind of invite ourselves to the party a little bit, and I think we got that done this week. It's a big win. Very proud of the kids.
The kids played very well against a Whiteland ball club, like you said, very tough to prepare for, especially offensively with their fly sweep like we talked about last week, and wasn't the best to start for your team, though,
No.
but you rebounded really well.
No, you throw 2 picks right off the start. That's not exactly how you draw it up, but we had really good resilience. Our kids handled the adversity well, weathered the storm, only gave up 7 points on that, and kind of stuck in the game until we were able to make a few key plays ourselves, with the fake punt that they ran and kind of executing before the half to go up. We kind of hung in there and played a full football game. First time we've done that this year, so that was nice.
Defense really came up when they had to, big in that contest as well, only surrendering 7 points in the final 2.5 quarters of the contest.
Yeah, our defense was phenomenal all night. I think they averaged close to 400 yards rushing, and I believe we held them to about 280 or something like that. They are a really good football team, and we came out and played well. Our defense did their job. There's one play they'd like to have back where we kind of got out of our gap schemes a little bit and didn't take on the block the right way, and it went 60 yards for a touchdown. We saw that a lot last year when they rushed for 500 yards against us. So they're very talented and very good up front. And like I said, their coaching staff there is phenomenal. And our hats off to our kids for doing our game plan and executing all of our stuff. We talked about Whiteland. Whiteland's the type of team you don't beat in a week. You got to beat them with what you do all summer long and all spring and all that stuff of teaching how to read and react and defeat blocks and tackle. And we did that.
After the rough start for you guys in the contest as well, Tyler settled down and spread the ball around, 4 touchdown passes.
Yeah, when he's on, he's good. He's a special talent when he's on. A couple of those throws he liked back. One's on me. I told him to take a shot. We thought we saw something we liked, and they kind of went to a different coverage on a formation we didn't think they'd do, and that's on me. I told him to take a shot, and he did, and threw the pick. And but the other one, he got a little greedy and a little aggressive, and sometimes that's a good thing, but not when you throw picks, obviously. But he rallied. He never lost his confidence, and he never loses his confidence. You don't have to worry about that with Tyler. But he rallied and got the ball spread out, and we had some guys step up. Braxton Dilly had some big catches early in the game. Chase, as always. Philip Herbert had a great catch on a 3rd and long, kind of extended the drive right there before half. We just executed really well. 3
touchdown passes instead of the 4, but still the same there. You get the 4th touchdown on a rush by Riddick Bolton, and boy, that two-headed monster at fullback, I guess they're tailback.
Running back.
That was pretty tough for him.
Yeah, Weston and Riddick are obviously 2 of our better players defensively, and they're just 2 of our better players in general. With Austin being out with the injury, they stepped up big, and they're. I don't feel like we had a drop-off. They came in and they played really, really well.
Able to get a touchdown, about 130 yards rushing on the night. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights of the Artesians' victory on Friday over Whiteland. We'll start here. They had the orange pants and the black unis.
Yeah, a little different look.
Yep.
Coach telling me before that game, just got them in. They wanted to break them out, so good look for them.
That first pass going there to Braxton Diller. Here's that jet sweep. You guys did a nice job on that, and again, it's your safety coming up.
And again, that's just assignment football. Doing what you're supposed to, reading your keys, reacting, defeating a block, and making a tackle. And it's really tough to do. Whiteland forces you to do that every play. So our kids did a good job of that, and only one time I felt like we really got out of our location. Like I said here, Braxton was big early. They were going to take Chase away, not let us do much, and they kind of gave us him in the run game. Everybody thinks we throw the ball, all the time, and we do if we can, but we really are take what you give us, and if you're going to give us a run, we'll feel comfortable with our guys. We'll line up and run the ball.
Here's another one. There's a great example of what Riddick brings.
Just
straight ahead.
Run over a guy and get an extra 4 or 5 yards out of it.
And you saw Weston Pemberton on a couple of the runs prior to that. Do like the sharp all-white uniforms too, by the way.
Kids like them. That's what they keep picking on their away games. I don't know what we're wearing this Friday, but they like that. There's Devin Brenner with an offensive touchdown.
Did he run the right play?
He did. This is the right play this time. Actually, went to the right spot, and Tyler read it well. And actually, Devin makes a really nice catch there too. Not an easy ball to catch.
I knew that was coming too. It looked like he maybe set it up with the play prior to that. I don't know. I was watching that at home, and Devin, I thought that was coming that way, and it was a good catch by Devin. But here's Riddick.
Yeah, Riddick running there. But that shot before, though, I think is real important. You kind of saw our defense there. You saw 10, 11 guys at the ball, and that's what you have to do against a good team like that. This is a good play by Tyler and Garrett. Tyler saw the coverage, had to step out of the pressure a little bit, and was able to find Garrett late. Saw it early and had to come back to him, and Garrett just trusted him and kept running it. And they were really dialed in on Chase, and that kind of opened that up. And even though they're dialed in on Chase, this is a heck of a catch. I mean, that's good on some days. He got both feet in on that thing, and Tyler threw that a little late, but that's a heck of a catch right there.
Mabry with another touchdown catch. I think he's up to, what, 57 receptions this year?
On pace to break a school record if he stays healthy. Again, you see all the white jerseys, red hats there in the picture. That's what we want on defense, and that's kind of what we do. This is the big third down pickup I was talking about right before the half. I think it was 3rd and 9, and we ran a little in-breaking route off of our 4 vertical concept, and they really dialed in on Chase, so Phillip was wide open. I don't know how Riddick doesn't get in on this. They have one guy there, and we have 3, and somehow he didn't get in. We made sure to give him a lot of grief for that one, but he sticks it in here right before the half, so we kind of let him off the hook a little bit. But.
Ran the screen pass.
And that right there was huge. Going up 21-14 with them getting the ball back, that was a huge series right there to get 7 points before the half. I think there's only like 10 seconds left, and that's what we have to do in that situation.
Here's the Jet. They broke this early in the game, and this time, though, coming up nicely, Logan Poppy.
And everybody doing their job, corner coming up late, making the tackle, and that's what we have to do. Again, our defense was really good. Here's Poppy again. I thought everybody did their job, and that's such a huge thing against a team like Whiteland. This one's going to be stretched out again, I think, and again, there's a defeat and a block there by Riddick. Again, right spot, defeats block, makes tackle. Again, that's not overly scheming anybody. That's not coming up with some great game plan to stop them. That's teaching our kids how to play in May, June, July, all that, and it paid off. Our kids did a phenomenal job against a really well-coached team.
Again, Poppy coming up, a big hit there. Again on that Jet.
Don't like this much, but if he can do it, we're not going to tell him not to. He's making the right read, but as a guy who likes to throw the ball, like everybody says, you're kind of get stomach not really enjoying that moment, taking a hit. But nice little screen there to Chase. Chase does a good job kind of coming underneath there, and that's another big 3rd and long conversion for us. Again, our screen passes. Our screens have been pretty good. We're starting to get, I like our execution of them, and the way we throw the ball, and I think offensively it kind of adds a whole nother dynamic to what we can do, putting pressure on people.
There's the final touchdown here, that little jet pass, if you will. What do you term that officially? What do you call that play?
It's just jet sweep.
Jet sweep. Yeah.
We toss it to boost our quarterback stats. No, I'm kidding. We toss it because we don't have to worry about a fumble. And the guys who take the jet they're usually receivers.
Right.
So instead of teaching receivers, take a handoff one way or the other and rep it every day in practice, this is what they do every day. They catch a ball.
Yeah.
So when they're running, they catch a ball. It just makes it easier for a quarterback to catch it, flip it, and he catches it. And if he drops it, it's an incomplete pass.
Right.
We don't have to worry about a fumble. So whereas running backs and quarterbacks, we do exchanges every day, all day. That's just what they do.
Doing it how they're supposed to. Yeah.
Rather than waste 10 minutes of practice every day, we're in a receiver doing all this, just pitch it to him. Let him do what he does.
I always tease Luke Cheatham, too, because when he was in junior league, he carried the football.
Probably pointing up and down. Yep.
But nobody could catch him with his brother, so it was successful. So it didn't matter. Nobody probably corrected him. You just carry how you want, Luke.
Just get in the end zone.
Get it in the end zone. But so he's able to do that. So, I can understand with that little jet sweep there, but it counts as a pass for Tyler.
Yeah, quarterbacks have never complained about it in the stat column, never at all. And then you see they're doing it in the NFL now, too. All those guys are doing it. Again, it's just one less thing. You get the ball in a fast guy's hand who's good at running the ball, and rather than having him take a handoff, just flip it to him.
Big win for you guys, like we said, over the Whiteland Warriors, the first in quite some time. Also keeps you alive there in that mid-state conference race as well.
No, and that's a big deal. Like I said, we wanted to invite ourselves to the party. That's what we did. Obviously, Decatur's out in front. Mooresville's up there as well. We got Mooresville next week. Hopefully we play well this week against Perry and take care of business. But you start to see those things. We need some help with Decatur. Need them to drop somewhere along the line. But we've done everything we can to be in position to be there at the end. Obviously losing to Decatur hurts, but winning three mid-state games, we're not going to complain about that.
You've got Perry Meridian, like you said, coming up this weekend at Falcon Stadium. Coach Cooper in his second year there. Talked with him today because we are going to live stream for them. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But a young ball club that's coming back from a little bit of injuries, but have also been hurt by the turnover bug at times this year as well. What can we expect out of his team coming up on Friday night?
Well, they're young, but they're talented. They are a talented ball club, and he's done a really, really good job. I was at Southport for however many years, so
I don't know. Are you asking me? I don't know how many years you were
there.
there.
Yeah, it's 13, 14. I lost track so long. But we played Perry. That was our rival every year. This is one of the better Perry teams I've seen in a long time. He's done a great job of kind of bringing some energy back and teaching fundamentals and football the right way. They're a sound football team. We're going to have to show up and execute and do things right. It's not the Perry of the last 5, 6, 7 years where you play bad, you could still beat them. This is a team that could easily beat us.
What's Coach Cooper like to do on the offensive side of the ball?
Well, I know he likes to run the ball, but this year he's not. They're throwing the ball, and that's because quarterback's playing pretty well. I don't know if it's because their line's a little young or running back or whatever the situation, but they're throwing the ball a lot more than probably Coach Cooper's done it previously. But I mean, the kid's thrown. I think it's Mason Rowland. Is that his name?
Mason Rowland.
Yeah, Rowland. That's I think he's thrown for almost 1,300 yards or something like that. He's having a heck of a year, and he's pretty shifty as well. You get him out in space, he makes some plays. So he's a kid that we're going to have to really focus on and try and take away. And we really haven't been challenged in the passing game the way that I would like at this point in the season. So it's going to be a big test for us to see where we're at a little bit as far as passing goes. We're going to have to do our best to contain him.
Not only do they have a quarterback that can sling it around the yard, they've also got a pretty talented group and mix of receivers as well.
Yeah. There's some kids that, again, young, very young, but they're extremely talented. Not looking forward to the next few years of dealing with that. But, it's a group that they get the ball out. A couple different kids, they get the ball in their hands and they make plays. They like to get it out quick and let those guys go. So we're going to have to do what we always do, and that's finish tackles and tackle as a group and fly to the football and do those things.
Let's flip it over to the other side of the football for them. What are we going to see out of them defensively on
So
Friday?
they're a stacked defense like we are. They're fast. Their defensive line kind of reminds me of Decatur Central. Their speed up front and what they can do, causing havoc on the line of scrimmage. Secondary wise and linebackers, they're athletic. They're young, athletic, and physical. So I think they're a good ball club. I really do.
Good ball club. Will be a tough test coming up on Friday night. Quickly, what are some of the keys to the game? Give me the same keys.
You want to go ahead and say it for me?
Run the same thing. So we'll deal them anyway.
If we take care of the football, we're good. Look at the Whiteland game. We had 2 turnovers earlier. We're not scoring points, and we're putting our defense in bad spots. If we take care of the ball, we finish the game with 30 points on the board still. So, that's what we have to do offensively is take care of the ball. Defensively, it really is just read, react, defeat blocks, tackle. That's what football comes down to. We're going to put kids in the right spots. Coach Trump and our defensive staff do a good job of making sure we're sound against every formation and everything they do. And then it comes down to the kids, again, reading, reacting, defeating blocks, and making tackles.
All right, Coach, we appreciate it. We'll see you there on Friday night.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you guys for all you do.
That's Artesian head coach Brian Diggar here inside Martinsville football. We will see you there Friday night. We will be there to do the live stream in conjunction, though, with Perry Meridian High School. So the game will be only available live on IHSA TV. So you'll have to go to IHSA TV or get the app, and it will be a cost. So we're telling you that ahead of time because it's Perry's home game. That's kind of out of our control. But the option is if you can't go to the game, if we're not there, nobody's going to be doing it. So it is an option to be able to watch the game. If you can't get there, absolutely get out to Perry if you can. But if you can't, stay at home and you can, or if you're out of market, if you will, stay at home. And then some of the proceeds will come back to our program as well. So we're glad we're able to give you an option there if you can't get to the game for Friday. But get out there if you can. Should be some high-flying action at Falcon Stadium coming up on Friday night. As always, I'd like to thank the head coach for coming in. For Coach Diggar, along with Levi Suter, Devin Brenner, and Cole Meyer, who produced it, I'm Eric Meyer. We'll see you again next time inside Martinsville Football.